the birth of the prophet. And here we're going to start seeing how the stories that we've just seen now, we've laid some foundation. Now we're going to start to see how Muhammad's birth starts to rival that of Jesus, right? And how his birth becomes a divine act. Then you're going to learn about the creation of Muhammad 170,000 years ago. Or maybe it was 12,000 years ago. Maybe it was 370,000 years ago. They can't seem to make up their minds, but we're going to get there. Okay? The birth of the prophet. The prophet was born on Monday, the 12th of Rabiul Awal, in the year of the elephant. Of a fact, it was the most auspicious day in the history of mankind. Now, according to Gregorian calendar, it was the 20th of April, 571. Okay, so Ustad Mahmud Baksh al-Falki, okay, a famous Arab Muslim astronomer, proved after much research that the date of the birth of the prophet was the 9th of Rabi. So, of course, as we know, it was the 12th of Rabi, but his date was the 9th of Rabi. Okay, so they have the exact date. And what we are sure of is that...
Let me add 2 cents. 12 Rabiul Awwal is a hadith which has no chain. It literally has no chain of narrations. Literally none. So it is the most daif date. What happened was in the 14th century, one person actually took that date and he gave a holiday, and they kept it going from the 12th Rabiul Awwal without knowing that this is the most daif hadith, because a hadith which doesn't have a chain is called what? Madud, or a fabricated, because it doesn't have a chain. So 12th Rabiul Awwal is a hadith without a chain. That's taken from Seerah Nabi by Ibn Hisham.
This is taken from Sirat Rasulullah. Yeah, exactly. This is taken from Ibn Hisham's book.
Exactly. And it has no chain of narration. Full stop.
And this is considered the earliest and the most reliable of all the Seerah.
So imagine that.
Now, a different source, a different authoritative source, says it was the 9th. Now, remember, because Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John differ by like 12 minutes between what time Jesus died or whatever it was, they're all inauthentic. Now they can't even figure out what day Muhammad is born, but that's all legit because these people are hypocrites. Now, let's have a look. We are sure that the prophet is born in the year of the elephant. That's all they know. As for the exact date of the birth of the prophet, there are conflicting reports regarding the date and the month, which Ibn Kathir had mentioned in his book, and Ola Mu'allaq, i.e. without a chain of narration. So they have no evidence. They have stories with no evidence. Some said he was born on the 8th of Rabi. This was reported by Imam Malik. Now, here's what's interesting. Malik is, of course, one of the founders of the 4 schools of jurisprudence. Malik is a mujtahid mutlaq. The mujtahid mutlaq are infallible. They cannot be wrong. This is insane. He doesn't know. How can he never be wrong if he doesn't know something? Again, this is incredibly just hypocritical. Adam, your thoughts?
I know this is crazy. Even there are certain sources which puts Muhammad's birth in Ramadan instead of Rabiul Awwal. So there is 1st Ramadan, there is 10th Ramadan, also associated with the birth date of Muhammad.
Right. Is anyone feeling like having fruit salad yet? Just want to know.
It's much more than a fruit salad, brother. So nothing about Muhammad is accurate. His date of birth is not accurate. His first marriage is not accurate. The age of the marriages are not accurate. How he was born is not accurate. Who was his father is not accurate. Even his father's name is Abdullah. Abdullah means John Doe, quite frankly. So in America or in the rest of the countries, in English-speaking countries, the person who dies and he doesn't have anything in his pocket, they call them John Doe. In Saudi Arabia and all these countries, when a guy dies, they put a name tag on his foot if he's not identifiable as Abdullah, the slave of Allah. He had no name.
Right. So Malik came up with this date. So many scholars accepted the date because they accepted Malik. Right. Now, Maliki school is said to be the second, some say the third largest school. It competes with the Shafi school for which one has the most adherents, right? So understand now, Khwarizmi says that the chain of narration is broken, and the majority of the scholars of the opinion that he was born on the 12th. Allah knows best because they don't know at all. And that's in Jamia Tirmidhi 3619. And again, it's this quote in the famous but unauthentic stories from the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad. Google this, get a copy. It's a riot to read. Trust me, it's hysterical. It's Islamic scholarship. Don't blame the Christians.